All right, so yeah, we here with Marty. You know, how you go by?
Martin,
Martin.
Martin or Marty, whatever.
All right, smooth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Marty. He just tell us what you do, bro.
So yeah, man, it's Martin Corpu. I'm here with Urban Selection. We're a streetwear sneaker company here located in Fargo, North Dakota. We specialize in sought-after items, exclusive items from top retailers, from Nike, Adidas, Jordans, New Balance, Asics, and more. So we've been in business for about 2 years now with the storefront. We've started operating probably back in like 2021, a little bit after COVID, and just like sneaker reselling and things like that. But ever since we opened up the storefront, just been, like I said, stationary in here, selling shoes in here, streetwear, merch, all that. Eventually we'll get a bigger location, maybe franchise the business out and things like that. So we're doing what we can, man. We're doing what we can.
Nah, smooth.
Right.
So tell us about like, all right, where does the name Urban Selections come from?
That's a good question. Urban selection basically comes from just having this type of selection, this urban type of selection in this area that we're in. So, we're in Fargo, North Dakota, a little more rural area. So we wanted to expand the taste, expand the niche, bring it to town a little bit. The streetwear fashion is, it's an industry where it's pretty popular now. Y'all go on social media, you see it, you on TikTok, Instagram. Everyone's wearing, the baggy clothing and, the streetwear style stuff. And Fargo didn't really have that. And, a lot of our demographic, basically, college students, well, even like middle schoolers, high schoolers, college students, and like, the younger adults up until like 20, even like mid 30s. If you're into style, you're into vintage stuff, you're into exclusive things, collectibles, like this is the place to be, So like I said, we got like throwback Jordans, vintage stuff, some of the streetwear style stuff that's getting more popular nowadays and things like that. So we just wanted to bring it to town, man.
Nah, that's smooth. So you say y'all started like a little bit after like COVID. Like, what was that kind of like? Just kind of this your first business or?
Yeah, well, I mean, me and JK did the studio. So me and
nice.
JK did the studio for a little bit. That was downtown. I know you're a little aware of that. And yeah, it was cool. Nice starting up. I was I was in college at UND for a little bit, and then probably like halfway through, like I said, a little bit after COVID, my brother and I decided to open up JK Sound Studios, and I was just like managing it, like helping start it up and stuff like that. And he's already known in town, so I was like, yeah, I'll get involved. I'll help you, do this and that. That's just me getting my foot in the door for like the business life. I'll be a businessman for the rest of my life. So it's like, let's start somewhere. And that's when, I first started my business.
Dang.
And then after that, we did the urban selection.
Nah, that's fat. Nah, that's smooth. Like, so like, what was it kind of like just like throwing yourself in that whole business?
I mean, it was cool, man. I mean, like I said, getting your foot in the door is always, best way of learning is through experience. So what we did was, like I said, I was more on the management side, helping do the startup, making sure like paperwork, legal documents, thing like that, almost like business consultant wise. But I'm still learning. I was freshly, out of college. And I wasn't done with college either. I only did like a couple years, and then came to open that up just so we can like try it. And it was cool. Like JK already had the clientele. He had like artists in town that was already recording and stuff like that. So it was a nice little startup.
Man, and then out of everything, just like clothes. Like, why clothes?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Like I said, just even bringing that new type of business to Fargo, that was something we're interested in. Even just like kind of like the value, how like certain like the streetwear clothing and even like the shoes, like they fluctuate on that market. So they kind of got like that StockX and GOAT. So they got their own little market. I wasn't like really into like fashion like that, but I was always into like dressing nice, of course. Always got to look fly, always got to have nice kicks and stuff like that. But personally, I never even got my first pair of Jordans till like, man, basically when we started reselling. So by like 2021, yeah, 2022. In high school, I was just wearing Vans and, yeah, pretty much Vans. Yeah, honestly, I think I was rocking Vans majority of my time in like middle school, high school and stuff. So.
Damn, bro. Like, where you from? Like, where y'all from?
I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah.
And then, like,
So
how long y'all been here specifically?
So I was in at UND from 2017. Graduated high school in Rochester 2016. Went to UND 2017, and then moved here in Fargo 2020.
Man.
So I've been here for like about 4 years now.
Man, and then y'all still here, so I assume y'all like it here? Or?
Yeah, it's cool. Easy living. You know, everything's affordable. Everything's accessible. You know, very friendly, wholesome. You can't complain, man. There's not, you know, nothing too crazy. I tend to travel a lot anyway, so like, you know, when we go to sneaker conventions, when I do just regular vacation stuff, you know, ease the mind a little bit. We get to see all the other stuff, big city life, beach life, all that. So I mean, it's just fine as long as I'm not stuck here forever and can't leave. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you know, it gets cold and stuff. But hey, as long as we, you know, staying out the way, you know what I mean, excelling yourself, you should be just fine.
Man, so like, where's that mentality come from then? Like,
I mean, pretty much just, you know, just wanting more. So you got to be ambitious, and you know, just kind of have a purpose. You know, sometimes I just sit down, you know, relax my mind and think about what I want to do or what I want to be later on in life, and you know, you just got to look and find these different opportunities that might come your way and kind of capitalize on them. You know, so just being hungry and you know, seeing all these things. Like I said, we travel a lot, so I get to see the, you know, the beach life, the luxury life, you know, all that. Like it makes you want to have more, and you know, you just be hungry.
no, that's facts.
Right.
So then, like, what was growing up like in like Rochester then?
It was cool. You know, I was always like pretty popular and things like that. You know, I got a good group of friends. They definitely helped me be the person I am today too. Just, you know, everyone's staying in pace. No one's, you know, being hot and going to jail and doing this and that. Like, you know, it was always good. And, you know, we would play sports. You know, I was always playing sports, basketball, football. And, you know, like I said, it was mainly my good group of friends that, you know, we all just pretty successful and just kind of, you know, I don't know.
Is that why like you wasn't really too distracted? I mean, you seem pretty focused, like for real.
Right, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, a little bit. I mean, just seeing everybody like, you know, oh, he's doing good. Like, I should be doing good too. We all like a good group of friends and things like that. Yeah, just like a solid, you know, a solid 2 or a solid 3, 4 people. Cause like, you know, all in all, whoever you're with, majority of the time is who you're gonna become. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're gonna be with these 3, 4, 5 people, like I might as well be. Y'all are kind of like-minded folks, so like you guys might as well like, you know, piggyback off each other when it comes to energy, when it comes to, you know, purpose and all that type of stuff. So
man, facts.
Right.
So then, you in college? You at college right now, right?
Yeah, yep. I'm back in college right now.
So then, like, what has that journey kind of been like?
I mean, I just started a little bit ago, early in the summer. So like I said, moved to Fargo, 2020. I was in college, 3 years prior to that, and then I probably finished about half, and then what made me kind of like want to go back was just to like, you know, kind of stay busy, stay focused, just learn, you know, like I'm a business person, I want to have like good business lingo, you know, and just like, you know, be able to speak fluent when I have these business conversations with certain folks and things like that. So just wanted to, you know, kind of gradually, what's a good word? Kind of gradually just improve myself when it comes to
gradually boss up, you know?
You know what I mean? Just like little things. And like I said, like I'm already running a business, so it's not like I need to go back to school for business.
Right.
More so just to have that like credential, you know, make sure, you know, I'm more official when it comes to like this certain thing. Like more of an expert on the you know, the industry that I want to be in, you know what I mean? So
Nah, facts. So then like what has been some like ups and downs, like just starting a business and everything?
Yeah, I mean, starting business is definitely not easy. I mean, starting is easy. Maintaining is the hard, you know what I mean? So it's like, starting up wasn't too bad. You know, like I said, make sure you get your legal documents ready to go. Find your little storefront if you're doing for storefront. If you're not, then, you know, you can just do e-commerce, sell your product online, things like that. But for us, we had to make sure to, you know, like I said, we got sneakers and streetwear fashion. So we have to make sure to stay on top of inventory, make sure we got enough stuff in here, and make sure to stay within the budget that you have and things like that. So starting up was not bad. Getting to a point where you're maintaining, keeping relationships with, you know, close folks that help you start the business, maybe even, you know, some of your team members in the beginning. That was kind of like, you know, kind of have to find that balance. Some, you know, if you're more on the owner side, some people that you're close with don't want to see you like, well, not don't want to see you, but it kind of sucks like having to like, oh, you do that, you do this, you do that. Like they don't really like that bossiness in you. So it was like it kind of like, you know, they feel like you're, you know, dumbing them down or right, yeah, you know, like they make it seem like, oh, like you're trumping them, you know, compared to like everybody else is on top. Is like, well, you know, certain people gotta excel in certain departments for us to all come together and keep the operations running, you know. So that was something a little harder that I had to face like last year, just finding, you know, certain people to fill certain positions and things like that. So yeah, I mean, that's a little bit downfall right there. And
I mean, I guess I realized that like getting money is cool. Like money's a thing too, but then like good people, like having good people around you. Like,
right, yeah, definitely. It's who you know and who even like helps you grow on certain things, you know. So if you're gonna be around those type of people that are not really willing to, you know, help you grow or help your business grow and just really looking for a paycheck or really looking for that, I mean, it's fine. But now you just gotta separate each other. Like, okay, you can just be a regular employee opposed to you being, you know, someone that might have a little bit of ownership of the company or something, you know.
Man, that's so facts, man. It's like, I think because like we have to work to live and all that stuff, and we're just so used to like the way the system already is, where it's like, oh, you clock in, get a paycheck.
For sure.
It's like you don't really see like the other aspects of like helping somebody run a business, and because initially it's like you don't really have all the resources to like really be paying, like or just really be, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like the people really helping you are the people that are like actually like volunteering pretty much.
Right. Yeah. You're pretty much volunteering. You know, the money's not coming in yet, so it's like, well, you just gotta have that. You know, later in the future, I know it's gonna come. So it depends on how much work I'm putting in now. You know what I mean? So it's like, just kind of have to find that balance and make sure like it works out for everybody if you want to have that team, because you're always gonna have to have a team. You just can't be a one-man show. Ain't no way.
Right.
You're not going anywhere with that. You know.
So then, like, I guess like it's kind of off script too. You feel me? But with and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But like with like certain communities, right? Like certain communities don't really have all like the financial back and financial resource to be like, just taking these ventures. You feel me?
Yeah, having enough capital to you know, start something up.
Exactly, but then at the same time, it's like when you take these risks though, there's that chance for it to like blow up and get big, and then everybody eats. So then like how do you feel about that? Like how do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess it just depends. I mean,
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to ask. But
yeah, kind of elaborate a little bit more on it.
It's like you want to like you can help your boy, but then should I really be in it for the paycheck or like how?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it just depends on what kind of like relationship or, you know, whatever bond you have with your homeboy. For me, like what I said, I've been in business for about 3 years now, or like 2.5, whatever it may be. Some of the closest people that I've been with, you know, consider them as brothers, cousins, aunties, uncles, whatever it may be. Sometimes they the ones that kind of like, you know, throw you off the pivot, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like you always want, like they're always there to be available to like volunteer to help you start it off, of course. You know, up until it gets to a point where like they're not getting compensated for it enough, you know, it could be a month in, 2 months in, half a year in. It's just like, well, we got to make sure the business is running itself.
Right.
And, you know, if I'm pulling all these little extra profits just to, you know, and I'm a big advocate on make sure you're paying your employees, you know, make sure and pay your employees, make sure they're getting compensated just as much as, you know, the work they're putting into your business. So like, you know, time is money.
Yeah.
You know, so, but like when it comes to the people that, you know, maybe have the little ownership or even like the close people to you, they don't really like understand that difference because like, you know, business is business at the end of the day. It's not like just because you're family, like we have to not let the business be business. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard sometimes. You just got to be like like-minded. You know what I mean?
That's what I noticed.
You just got to be on the same page because some people is just they don't really understand it like that. And like, of course, you need a paycheck, but it's like you just got to prioritize other things. Like you may have to, you know, bring down, you know, dim down your lifestyle a little bit.
Work
you
another job.
Right, yeah, work another job, get more income coming in, you know.
Nah, that's facts.
Just to keep your, you know, you stable at whatever you need to be. Because like I said, obviously you need to make money and stuff, so.
Right. No, that's facts. And, you know, like another reason why I asked too is like, you know, I'm all for black excellence and the improvement of like, you know, like my community, all that stuff, right?
Right.
But then
Yeah.
it's like, because we don't really have that capital, it's like, if we're going off of like, all right, I need money to do or like get stuff done, then nothing will ever get done. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, all right, like, how should I go about this? You feel me? Or like how long? You know? So
for sure.
that's why I asked that question. But no, you know, I definitely get what you're trying to say.
And like, you know, it's always good to try to have your homies, you know, work together, because of course everyone you around, you want them to eat.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes it's just not the matter of the fact, you know what I mean? Like, it just something down the line just, you know, kind of impacts that, you know, and end of the day, you don't want your homie to, you know, break that bond over, you know, business or like money or something like that. So, you know, majority of the time for me, I don't really recommend doing business with like, friends and family like that.
No, facts.
But I mean, like I said, if you guys are like-minded and you understand and you're just very like transparent with, you know, your partner or whatever it may be, your shareholders or stakeholders, whatever.
They'll understand.
They'll understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah. I think the way you really gotta look at it as like, it's like, yeah, like a team, like, yeah, like y'all going into battle, you feel me?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Not everybody gonna come out.
Yeah, not everybody's gonna come out, man.
But it's like when y'all do, y'all feel me? Y'all finna be up.
Right, yeah, you know what I mean? So, like I said, a lot of risk, you know, could get the reward, could not. There's so much back-end stuff to a business, too, because, like,
facts. That people probably don't understand.
They don't understand, you know, when it comes to just, like, selling the product, you know, just, like, selling the product for profit, that's probably just, like, less than half of business. Probably, like, personally, that's what I think.
Really?
Yeah, personally.
So then what would be the rest then?
Man, like, the operations. How do you operate this thing? And, like, there's a level to it, too, because it's really, like, well, selling the product or selling whatever you're selling, your service or your product, for your profit, for you to get that money, like that's, you know, what like business is.
Right.
But like scaling it up and maintaining your business, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna have competitors come in. You're gonna have different, you know, economic, you know, struggles you're gonna battle.
Right.
So like these are back end things that you have to work on, and these are back end things that you're facing.
Right.
Even when it comes to like finance and getting your inventory and getting all that, like that's all back end stuff.
Man.
All the stuff that you see up here is like the inventory and the products and stuff like that that's getting sold for the profit. That's like front end shit, and it's like that's probably like 30-40% of what's really going on in business.
Right.
And then mainly the back end stuff is what's really scaling your business, what's keeping your business going, what's maintaining your business.
Man.
Because why are some of these companies lasting for 3 years compared to 30 years? Because they're making sure the back end shit is getting taken care of, you know, opposed to just, you know, because we could just have inventory, sell it for a profit, and keep doing it, and make a profit. But how long is that going to last when you're adding employees, when you're doing this and that? Like, you're not keeping track of your financials. You're not keeping track of, you know, how, you know, some of the departments, you know, how your marketing,
right.
You know what I mean? I don't know,
I'm
just
sure,
a lot
I'm
of
sure you gotta do
things.
like, yeah. I'm sure you gotta be like the marketer, the seller, the boss. Like, there's all these hats you gotta wear.
Right, yeah.
Especially as a small business. Like,
right.
Like, what's it like just kind of juggling all that, and then you gotta live your own life, go to school.
Right.
Like, what is that like?
For sure. I mean, so that's why I said you always got to make sure to have time for yourself too. I'm not in here. Well, so we're open 11 to 7, 6 days a week. So what? 8 times 6, 48 should be.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure other stuff.
Right. So I'm not here like the full 48 hours for the week. I'll probably take like 2 days off. You know, maybe 2.5 days. And make sure to just keep my mental right, because like I said, like and then you just got to be strong too. Obviously, you can't sleep in till you got to go to work and then do your 8 hours of work and then go home and relax. Right. That's not the life I chose.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's waking up early. You know, a day for me, for example. I'm not in the gym right now, but I'd like to be. But I'll be, you know, here and there. Yeah. But let's just say I do go to the gym.
Yeah.
Wake up 6, 7 a.m., hit the gym an hour or two, go home, do homework for an hour or two, come to the shop. Let's say I do a half day at the shop, 11 to 3. 11 to 3, 3 comes on, probably do more homework, another like 2 hours of homework is about
Damn.
5.
Damn.
Relax. You know, in between, you know, I'm doing stuff on my phone, this and that too, but it's already 5 p.m. and it's like, well,
Dang.
majority of the day's already gone. And don't mind you, like, you know, on even longer days, like you're gonna have meetings. So like sometimes I have meetings 8 to 11, 8 to noon, meeting with 3 different people, just networking, things like that. So I mean, it gets overwhelming, but like I like staying busy. I like being able to do this and that. And I don't know, like this, like I said, it's the lifestyle I chose because, you know, I'm looking for the reward at the end of the day.
Man.
So like you got to struggle, bro. It's not like you can just chill and relax. Like you can have that chill, relaxed life too, but like.
Man, that don't sound scary for real.
Yeah,
I ain't
like,
gonna lie, bro.
Right, because even for me, like right now, realistically, like, you know, I'm meeting with, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 people a week. You know what I mean? Some I might have 2 meetings before I got to go to work. And then, like I said, I have a full day. Let's say I work 11 to 7. You know, it's pretty chill in here nowadays. But obviously, once we expand and we get this bigger storefront and this and that, like, I'm not going to have time to be doing some of my homework and stuff in the back. So you got to have employees and things like that. So it's just like, I don't know, juggling it. Like I said, I like staying busy. So I like having people do tasks and getting things done. You know, that's the type of person I am. I like seeing the progress being made. Like, okay, you do that, you do this, you do this, you do this. I do this. You know what I mean? We're all working to get, you know, the goal done.
Right.
So, I mean, it may be hard to juggle, but I mean, I'm pretty used to it now.
Then what was it like? Just like I feel like, so did you learn a lot of it like on the go, like on the spot, or is it like,
yeah, just that experience stuff, right? That's why I said, like, when you first get your foot in the door, you got to experience it, you know, compared to, you know, I can go to college and get my business degree, all that with the 4 years, but then when I actually come into the job, it's like, well,
how do you use it?
Yeah, how do you use it? So it's like, you really got to like put your hand, you know, put your foot in there, you know, put your hands in there, like get messy. That's how you're going to really learn how to do the task, not just from like a book. I mean, you can read it from the book and that will help you like instructions and whatever it may be, but like when you actually doing the work, that's what is going to really give you that experience for you to learn off of and excel.
Man, that's facts. That's facts. So then, what does support look like then?
I mean, what kind of support?
I mean,
like within business, within family,
everything, bro. Cause it's like you can't do it by yourself. Like,
right? Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty supported. I'm well supported. Making sure like I got my homie in the back. We've been business partners for about 3-4 years now. My brother, he's been there. Obviously, always having family, they checking on you, making sure everything's all right. And then like these little groups that you're in, like some of these associates or, you know, some of the people that you talk to, they, you know, they're always gonna try to support your business too, because I mean, everyone wants to like each other too. If you're gonna be in a group that, like I said, that somewhat like-minded folks. For example, I'm in like a networking group that we meet every Wednesday, so we all kind of just like, you know, not take care of each other, but just like, you know,
put folks on game.
Right, yeah, you know, just make sure like everyone's good and stuff. Like, you know, make sure to, you know, stay on track. You're doing good. Like, you know, like keep going. You know what I mean? Like, just stay right. You know.
Right.
And yeah, mainly stuff like that. You know, even like the close people to you. Like I said, the family. You know, like some people got girlfriends, like your girlfriend, stuff like that. Like, Make sure you got the right one. Make sure she ain't, you know, out there, you know, messing up with your head, right? Yeah, you ain't going out, you know, like that. So,
man,
like my shorty's been solid and shit too. So like,
man, there's so many moving parts to this, bro. Like,
right? Yeah, you know, if you got the wrong one, like that will definitely throw you off your track. You know what I mean? If they're not understanding like that you're a businessman, you don't have time for all this and that all the time. Like, man, and the time you do have, like, you want to make sure you're dedicating it to, you know, yourself and make sure your mind is right and things like that too. So
facts.
Right.
So then, like, how do you stay? I don't know if I already asked this question. Like, how do you stay? Well, number one, how do you stay locked in and consistent? Did I already ask that? I didn't ask that.
I don't think so. Not too much.
Is there like a routine you got to just like?
Yeah, routines are cool.
You got like a whiteboard, you write down stuff, or you know?
Right. So for me, I have so my Google Calendar I use a lot when I'm sending out emails and things. That's like the best way for me to have like a good list of what I have to take care of. Or I guess that's more so for like meetings if I'm meeting people. But obviously like even today when we met today and stuff, I had to put down my Google Calendar, make sure what I got going on. I guess depends on the day too. For like business owners, it's kind of up and down. You're not gonna have like a clean schedule all the time. Planning, I like to plan. I have like a planner too that I write things down. Make sure like Monday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever days of the week, you're able to get these tasks done. Even like if you have like goals, set these goals in your calendars, and like let's say you have a goal for Monday or weekly goal or monthly goal. Make sure you're seeing things like that too. So like write them down, put them in your phone, put them in that planner, put them on a whiteboard. For example, let's say if I wanted to, focus on my health a little more this week, or maybe even the month, I'll have like 3 days of the week that I'll actually like cook good meals, dedicate the week, like, okay, let's make sure we're only eating out one time this whole week, write those things down.
Right.
Like I said, with the health thing, make sure you're hitting the gym. Okay, I want to hit the gym 3 times this week. I want to go hoop twice. You know what I mean? Write those things down.
You actually be hooping?
A little bit.
Oh,
not too much. Like,
okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, we can go get some work done. You know what I mean?
No, I mean
right.
the fact that you find time for. I mean, I let it all go, but like
right,
you
yeah,
still find time
right.
for it. So that's
during the
smooth.
summer, I'll be golfing. I'm a golfer.
Really?
Yeah. So during the summer, I golf. That's good leisure time. Like you get to think, and it's kind of challenging too, because like it kind of gives you that life type of like discipline. Like, okay, not even discipline, patience. You know what I mean? And how are you reacting to certain situations? Because if you're not thinking, you know what I mean, and you're like just going, like a lot of our minds on autopilot. All the stuff we're saying, all the stuff like you're driving, like all that shit's autopilot. You know what I mean? So you have to actually be like thinking in your mata.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like
right.
you really got to be thinking. Like, let's say if I'm golfing, mess up a shot, I can't be so upset and angry like it's gonna mess up my whole game. Now it's gonna mess up my whole day. You know what I mean? How am I going to be able to work with this struggle for me to move on? You know what I mean? And that's that same life stuff. You might run into a problem during the day. How am I going to fix this problem or run into the struggle and move on from it so I can continuously be successful? So
yeah.
Golf is a good like mental sport that, just relax your mind. Hooping, like I said, I just kind of go in there for cardio. I don't be getting too competitive and things like that, but I still have fun with it too, though.
How long you been golfing though?
Probably a little bit since COVID, like 2021.
You just got into it?
Yeah. It's because we didn't have nothing to do during COVID. I was like, all right, well, let's go outside. I was more on outdoor stuff, like shooting guns. I got my gun license and stuff like that.
Word?
Yeah, so.
Just you or you and JK too?
Yeah, well, I don't know if JK got his shit, but
he be golfing too?
No, he doesn't golf. No.
Oh, dang.
No.
All right.
Right.
All
So like during COVID, I was just looking for all type of outdoor activities and stuff, and golf was one. And
understandable.
once you start getting addicted, you start liking it.
Heck yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's smooth. So then, is there anything you do differently? Like if you was to do it again, or
Differently from when, I guess.
with your business, just starting it, like.
Oh, is there anything that I would do differently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
That's fact.
Like, of course I would want to say, because like I had the team, I had the storefront.
What was it like even getting the store? Find the location, getting the store.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, the process.
Really?
Like I said, when we first opened up the recording studio, that's my first time like looking at different spaces and getting ready to sign a lease and things like that. So like back in 2020, 2021, when I moved to Fargo, reaching out to real estate agents and commercial realtors and looking online to look for the spot. And at that time, like I didn't know too much about business, like none of the back end stuff. I only knew about the front end stuff, like sell your service, mark it up for a price, get your profit, and keep doing it. You generate income.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really focused on that back end, like management stuff. And that's what I'm going to school for now, like business management and finance, so I can understand like the analytics and all the back end things to operate the business, so it can keep going.
Right.
Obviously, you got to include the marketing and things like that. So back then, it was just like not too bad. Like nowadays, I understand it a little more. I understand the gist of getting like the storefront.
So, yeah, for the audience, the camera cut out, so we just start from where we left off. But yeah, like just tell us what it was like, kind of getting the location. You feel me?
Right.
How hard it was. I don't know how hard it was. I feel like it'd be a feat though. So.
Right. No, it's not too bad. Once you find the spot, then obviously, let's say if it's like a newer business, they'll probably just want to look at something like your financials. Yeah, pretty much, you know, run the credit, just pretty much like standard stuff, like if you were going to get an apartment, kind of. I don't even know, like sometimes, honestly, I don't even know if they really run the credit though.
Really?
Yeah, because like I think like they're more so just like, businesses are more likely to just like pay the rent and things like that compared to like an actual like
Apartment.
residential, person, just because I feel like they're a business, they're a little more established. Like I said, for new businesses, I'm not sure how they look at it like that. At the time, for when we opened up JK stuff downtown, for us, like I said, we're pretty well funded at the time, and
It was in this location or a different location?
that was a different location. It was right downtown, right below Atomic Coffee.
Okay.
And yeah, we met the lady, talked things through, asked us like what our budget was, and basically showed us what was available. We liked the spot, and for me, we were able to pay like 3 months in advance too. So like just to at least, you know, you don't have to worry about rent. Just make sure to worry about getting your profit in and stuff like that. So
that
you can
cushion, you know.
Right, get a little cushion for like 3 months, because like you're a fresh business, you know what I mean. So like you got to come in somewhat funded, you know. You got to have some capital. If you don't have the capital, like you don't want to be stressing every day over, am I gonna get a sale and this and that? Like you don't want to stress about that, you know. So, but finding the location ain't too bad, and then like I said, signing the lease and putting, you know, whoever your partner or just yourself on the lease. It's not too bad. It's pretty easy, pretty standard. So
smooth. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, when you start a business, always have money up front.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, some money, some good credit. And it gotta be like the craziest best credit. I mean, you can always go talk to lenders, things like that. You know, maybe like 650. I mean, obviously we would prefer 750, but you know, if you're on the lower end, I think 650 should be alright.
Dang, 650 the lower end?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Then.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the average FICO score is like 715, 720.
You serious? I'm thinking
in
lower
the
end
U.S.
was like 400 or something.
Right. Now, I don't know how low credit goes, but yeah, for the people that need to work on your credit, don't jag off your credit. Like, it's important. Like, you're gonna need that. So make sure you're paying these people back, your banks back. You're not blowing off your credit cards and things like that's like financial literacy is so important, but like so like not talked about.
You always been hip to that though, or?
2020, 2021.
Damn.
Yeah. When I first got like my first, you know, student loans, first credit card. I mean, I never checked my credit at the time, but I know it was low. You know, jagging off credit cards, like maxing them out. You know, up until I was able to get a little bit of money and understand it a little more. Like, you just got to talk to someone that understands like finance a little bit, and that'll get you right. Because I mean, within the Black community, I don't know how like the credit. I feel like people don't think or care too much about credit.
Yeah.
In certain communities, white communities, they know about credit. They learn about the credit and shit like that. So like they're able to have good credit and right away too. You know, for us, like we just got other things that we got to worry about. And it's not all Blacks, of course. Like for me, I mean, I started off kind of low too, though. Like I said, just like jagging off the credit cards. No one told me about this stuff, so like
you're just doing whatever.
I'm just doing whatever. You know, I'm getting some money and you know, kind of messing it up. But same time, it's like when you learn more, then it starts making sense, right? Yeah, for sure. And obviously, you got to have like some type of money and some type of, like I said, financial literacy to understand that. Because even people with money don't understand that and can still have bad credit.
Man,
you know.
Facts. So, nah, smooth, gems. All right.
Right.
So then, shoot, like, what does the future look like, man?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I'm getting into all type of different industries within myself. Retail, we already got that going on. I'm gonna get into like construction later on, get into real estate eventually, and then there's a couple other things that, you know, it's on there, but that's just gonna be like my main ones. There's gonna be one that I'm just keep low key until I get there.
Facts.
But that'll probably be when I'm like 30, 40, 50,
okay.
And that's gonna be something I'm gonna retire off of. And,
okay.
You know what I mean? But the future for urban selection, right now, like I said, we already kind of checked one off of expanding, getting more inventory. So like we're pretty successful for these past 2 years. Now we want to step it up a notch. Really working on back end finance, marketing, operations as a whole. Sorry. But we want to get a new location, bigger, more modern, more inventory. After that, maybe give it another 3-5 years. Maybe franchise out our business in another city, another state.
Urban Selection is a tough name. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it? You like that name?
That's tough.
Yeah,
too tough
for sure. And then, you know, obviously within that time frame, get a nice online store, sell a lot of product online, meet a lot of people, travel, hit events, like all the things that we're kind of doing now. Just get our brand out there more. Eventually get some merch in the store. Like it wouldn't be like a clothing brand. It'll just be like our storefront merch that's gonna be tough, of course.
Right.
You know, nice streetwear style stuff, but it's just like gonna be like urban merch that we're able to sell in the store, profit off of it, and you know, keep it going. Another thing that I'm kind of more not like super passionate into, but that I do like doing and would like to be passionate a little more about, just helping the community in general, volunteering. You know, there's a lot of like nonprofits in town that whatever you come out to do, speak, help, volunteer, whatever, you know, they appreciate that. They appreciate your time. You know, your time is valuable. So like for me, I like going out there, you know, even helping underprivileged, you know what I mean? Some of the shoes we sell in our shop are super expensive. You know, they're the most popular ones, but they're pretty expensive. Some people can't afford that, you know what I mean? So just knowing where I come from and being able to try to help out, like that's something like I have a little room in my heart for, just to like give back to the community. Like that's something always gonna be big for me. So I'll make sure to always try to give back and make sure to just always like give advice, give knowledge, and because that's it really comes from the mind, you know, if you're really like practicing how to do certain things, or you know, just even like think a certain way about certain situations. Everything's kind of like about perspective. So like, right. You know, you never know, like, oh, you giving unfortunate person a pair of fresh J's might shape their whole future now.
That's fact.
You know what I mean? So it's just like little things could really, you know, impact others. So like, you know, just be kind to people. Don't be hating on people. Everybody, there's room for everything for everyone. Like, just be genuine.